Again, another live. We have done it again. We've hit the prime time of doing a live for around 3 o'clock ish my time. Ready to enjoy our day, read some more messages from the chat like we always do. Just keep on getting some more subscribers, and hopefully we can get to 800 pretty soon. Hopefully we can get to 800 pretty soon. Preston, I just now realized I missed a call from you. I will call you back right after this live, bro. Right after this live, I will call you back. I straight forgot. Yo, Caden says, what's good? Erie123 says, hi, what's up, Erie? How we doing? We already got 2 in chat. That's awesome. We love that, y'all. We love that. We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining in, y'all. Says I'm good. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you're doing good. Says I'm good. I'm good. That's good, y'all. That's good. How's y'all's day been so far? Have y'all been having a good relaxed day or an evening or whatever the case may be? Because I know I've had a relaxed day. It's been flying by though. It has flown by. And it's going to a place that I know that I hate. I'm not excited to go back to Walmart tomorrow. I'm really not. I don't necessarily care to be there. I just want to move to a different job. I've been there for I've been there for a year and a half now. I'm ready to leave that place, y'all. Like, for real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it so real. Yo, Alex. Alex says hi. What's up, Alex? Are you new into this chat? Let me see. Are you new? Yes, you are. This is your first time in chat. Welcome aboard, man. We appreciate you joining in. Thank you so much for ending up finding up about us, bro. It's pretty cool. I'm glad that YouTube has pushed my content to your page and to your channel. That's awesome, dude. It's awesome. So if you're new to the chat, man, so what we do is we just make everybody feel welcome. We read everybody's comments, including bots sometimes. After we do the reading of comments, we go and I do some YouTube shorts. I do some trends on them, but other than that, I don't do too much. And the smallest thing that I ask is what every other YouTuber asks, which is that you would like the video, bring a comment like you already have, and give us a subscription too. Other than that, we don't ask for much. We do not ask for much. We just appreciate you being here. Oh, there's the stickers that I can add the poll to. Oh, cool. Rebecca, what's up, Rebecca? Rebecca says hello. I'm so glad you were able to make it into the chat again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yo, and it says, how are you? Like I said, y'all, I'm enjoying my day today. It's just the fact of I'm dreading the fact that I have to get up at 4 o'clock tomorrow to go to a place that makes me cry, which that place is Walmart. It's actually terrible. Like I'm so done with that place. Like, for real, it's not even funny. I'm just ready for a new job, which I mean it's understandable, but you know it is what it is. Yo, Brandon the Goat, what's good, bro? I'm glad you make it into another stream. I know you always here. We appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot, y'all. And I like how it drops down to 2 viewers. That's cool. I swear sometimes YouTube be shadow banning me for no reason. And like I feel like I catch on to it. That's why they go and they give it to us. It says, I'm not American, so I've never been to a Walmart. Why is it bad? It's bad because of the people that are over me. It's management. It's not my coworkers. My coworkers are phenomenal people. I love my coworkers to death. They're amazing people. They always ask, they always check up on me. They always make sure I'm good. My team leads and management people, they suck. All they do is just stand there and they don't do nothing. I mean, they don't do a thing except just sit there and talk. That's it. and then they watch us struggle, and then they scream at you for doing everything right except for one flaw. They'll look at that one flaw and then they'll scream at you. It sucks. It sucks, y'all. It really sucks. It says, bro, you get no sleep? No, that's just the stress of work, my guy. That's all it is. I'm just sick and tired of being at Walmart. That's all it is. It says they sound, yeah, that's because they are. One of them is anyways. I'm not going to name names just in case they ever find this live. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks, y'all. Get a job that's not Walmart. Get a job that's not Walmart. Oh, Kennedy says hi. What's up, Kennedy? How are we doing? And yes, I know I don't have my typical title as the fact of reading comments or whatever. I just wanted to see what would happen. Imagine Mr. Beast just casually pops up in here and just says hi. That would be so insane. I would lose my mind if he did. Just based off of that title, I think this would be my favorite live if he just showed up somehow, some way, and just said hi. Even if he just said hi, I would forever take a picture of that and be like, I'm subscribed to you, because I am. At this point, though, who's not subscribed to Mr. Beast? If you're not, go subscribe to him. Like, for real. Mr. Beast is a legend. Type W's in the chat if Mr. Beast is a legend. Like, for real. Yeah, I better be seeing a lot of W's coming up, because I know good and well that Mr. Beast is a legend. It says, hey, how's it going, bro? What's good, Prince? How are we doing, man? How are we doing, brother? It has been a good while. Look at you go, man. Up to 784 subscribers, bro. That is legendary for you, dude. You finally got a good pull away from me. That's awesome. That is awesome, bro. I hope you get to a 1,000K before... 1,000K? 1,000K? What? 1K before I do, which would be so awesome, dude. I would be so happy for you if you did. And I really hope you do. Yo, Julian says... How is it going, man? Yo, I'm enjoying my life so far. It's good. It's good considering I'm off today, but I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, if I'm being honest with you. Says you look like unspeakable. Take that as a compliment, thank you. Easton Parker, or no, I'm sorry, not Easton. Ethan, my bad, I'm sorry. Ethan Parker says hi, what's up, Ethan? But yeah, y'all, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Yo, Cookie Cutter, what's good? Says, how are you? I'm doing good. Just enjoying my day off. Not too excited about going back to work tomorrow, but that's just my humanistic flesh speaking. But we're still going to get up and we're going to do it anyways. It says, how do I feel about the application of Epstein? I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Because I don't watch the news like that, so I'd have no idea what's going on. If I'm being so honest with you, I would have no idea what's going on. Yo, it says, hey, I'm late. Sorry, I was cleaning my room. What's up, twin? You're good. Just as long as you made it, that's all that matters. We appreciate you joining in. Thank you so much. It says, do I like Five Nights at Freddy? No, I do not. I played that game a couple times and it's jump scared me every single time. I'm not about that. It says, nah, I'm playing. It says, what's my favorite TV show? Oh, Lord. If we're going by TV shows, The Price is Right. I love The Price is Right. I ain't going to lie to you. The Price is Right is really good. At least that's what I call a TV show. Boom, there we go. Let me see here. Roses are red, violets are blue, and you are? And I am Brandon. It says the price is, yeah, $1 million or $10 million, right? A clown, yes, I love that. Love that. I just don't have the makeup on for being a clown, so you're partially correct. Halfway right. XOXO says hi. That's an interesting username. Get a job. Stop living off parents. Huh. get a life and stop trolling because I can ban you so easy. Oh my gosh, y'all forget that. Like, dude. Yeah, it's a job, bro. It says handsome Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, Lord. Said that's rude. He says, what's up, bro? I'm still on the bus. What's good, my man? How are we doing? How are we doing? Let me see, man. Let's see. 1, 2. What's up, Lewis, bro? How are we doing, bro? Said, don't say get a job. But yeah. Yeah, no, y'all. It's crazy working a full-time job and doing this. It's kind of hard, but we can do it. We can definitely do it. Yo, country, what's good? Says hello from Central Texas. We love that. We love that. It says go check it out. It's just a couple of dollars. Yo, Country Cummings says liked and subscribed. Shout outs to you for doing so. I appreciate that. Says how was work? Today I didn't have to go in, dude. I'm so thankful for that. I dread going in tomorrow if I'm being so honest with you, but that's just me being honest. Says keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Erin. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It says my cat just puked. Ew. Ew. I know that's rough to clean up. All those different emojis. What's up, cat? It says keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. I really do. The grind is hard, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. The grind's hard to consistently do this every day, but I do it for y'all because y'all keep on showing up. That's why I do it. Hi, bros. I searched about Islam. No, I did not. Ethan BR says yo. Says hi. It says W Art. Appreciate that, Ethan. It says you're good at drawing. I mean, I'm just coloring in stuff, y'all. Let me see here. It says the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world, and that's the truth. Whoever looks upon a woman with lust is already committed adultery in his heart. Yeah. What context are we bringing that in, though? I mean, is there a reason why you said that verse, or are you just saying it just to say it? Yo, Freddie. Freddie says hi. What's up, Freddie? Thank you to those of you who are in this chat right now and are staying. I really appreciate that, y'all. It helps out a lot. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate your comments. I really do. I'm not feeling the greatest right now, but it is what it is. It says repent of your sins. Jesus is not playing with y'all. He's not playing with you either. So, I mean, duh. And it says, can I see the drawing again? It looks good. It says you're welcome. It says, yo, can you get me mod on? No, I done told you I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah, there's a drawing right there, y'all. And then cat, I don't know what that is with all the emojis. Yo, llama. Llama says hi. Yo, Brandon Monteith says, yo, what's up, dude? I see you made it from my last stream. It says, Airhug, sorry you don't feel great. Yeah, you're all good, dude. I appreciate that. 17 in chat, y'all. Thank you so much, for real. I appreciate y'all joining in. I would really love it if y'all would drop a subscription. It would help out a lot. It'd help out a whole lot more than what you would think. And then let me see here. It says, I will buy your Robux. Nice. Bro says, thanks. It says, you didn't discern your hearts, your intentions are impure. I don't know who this dude is talking to or why he showed up in this chat, but okay. It says, tomorrow I'll have an English exam held. I'm so sorry for that. It says, sorry, I'm still in here. Oh, you're good, Kens. You're good. You're good. I appreciate you staying in. I really do. Thank you, thank you. And then Llama Creeper says, I'm good. It says, please, Jesus, will fix your hair. Dude, even Jesus Christ cannot fix his hairline. He cannot save it. It's impossible. Let me see here. It says, I'm a phone repairer. Is this... I'm a phone repairer. Is this makes money real? Really? Yeah, apparently. It says, I don't work. Yikes. Let me see here. It says, do I look like, or do I think Nancy is the most beautiful girl in the world? I don't even know who that is. It says, we know what you did last Tuesday. Okay, bro, you know what? You're getting banned because I don't know what you're talking about. It says, see, how do you have 15 people? I don't know. I'm just talking. It says, bro, the hairline is 2 feet. For real, 2 feet back, like for real. It says, really? It says, like, I only have 5 or 9. It says, your hair doesn't look bad. It says, hello from Nigeria. Yo, Chico, what's up? It says, I'm drawing. That's what's up. What you drawing? It says, have I been coloring these mountains for a week? Yes. Nearly a week. Like, for real. And then, yo, Kenzie says, hello, what's up? What? Bro, what? Ace Buster, I have no idea what you're doing. We're just going to remove that one. What is my age? I'm 19 years old. It says, should I work? I think it's beneficial if you work. It says, hi from Pakistan. Yo, what's up? How are we doing? It says, I'm from Scotland and hi. What's good, y'all? We have 18 in chat again, 16 in chat. What's up, y'all? How are y'all doing today? Like, for real, y'all are making my day by there being this many people in this chat. Thank you so much for this, y'all. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your likes. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate you dropping down comments, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for this. It says, OMG, hey, I'm from Russia, the Pookie channel. What's good? Ultra says, hi from, I'm sorry, I don't know what that name is. It says, my favorite movie of all time has got to be Home Alone. It says, I'm from New Jersey. Nice. I'm from Texas. It says, I'm from England. Hi. It says, I literally live around people who never saw a bodybuilder before. That's crazy. It says, hi, I subscribe from Russia. Shout outs to Springtrap for subscribing. Thank you for that. It says, whoa, lots of people from around the world. Yes. Hello, I'm from Canada. What's up, Franklin? It says, of course. Yeah, it says, you should have more supporters. Greatest stream I've seen all day. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that nice words. Thank you. Maddie Brandon, oh gosh. It says do a backflip. I don't know how to do a backflip. It says, what is this channel about? Reading comments and doing YouTube short trends. That's about it. It says, bro, don't mind, but you look older than 19, but you look good. Appreciate that. Thank you. Freddie says just sub. Shout outs to Freddie for subscribing. Franklin says, I just sub. Thank you, Franklin, for the subscription. I appreciate you. It says it's in the middle of the EU. Nice. Emma Rock says, hi. What's up? Yo, Kiara says, hi. Ronald says, would I rather be able to read minds or be invisible for one day? I'd rather be able to read minds, if I'm being honest with you. Yo, Juking VR says, hi. Yo, what's good, y'all? How are y'all doing? It says, what's my opinion on Trump? I voted for him. Ethan VR says, I'm back. What's good, bro? But yes, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining in. Yo, Jackson says, hi. It says, if you replace a person at second place in the race, what place are you? I'm in second place because I replaced them being in second place, so I'm in second. Yo, Mia says, hey, what's good, Mia? Ken says Trump 2026. Timothy says, you're kind of cute. Don't take that out of context, but thank you. Alal says, hi, how are we doing? Ethan VR says, I'm going to like the stream. Thank you for the like, bro. I appreciate that. While you're at it, dude, you hit the subscription too. It's free as well. Let me see here. It says, should Greenland be the American territory? It says, Brandon is my god. I should not be your god. You do not want me to be your god. It says, Mr. Beast joined JK, but G. Edis did. Join, thank you. Appreciate that. It says he's gay. JK, okay. It says, I'm grand. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, y'all. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying my life. It says, I already am subbed. Yo, well, thank you, Ethan, again. We appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you so much. I have like over 740 people that I got to keep in contact with. It's hard. It's hard, y'all. It is. It says, I asked the same question from a lot of women and none of them answered correctly. You did brilliant, bro. Thank you so much. It says, I will like and sub. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to say 4833. Thank you so much for the subscription. It says, boom, did it got the. I love that one. Love that. It says, your opinion on owning class? I don't know what you mean by class, but okay. Says hi. It says Trump Papa. Oh, let me see. It says thanks for joining my live yesterday. My friend was really confused of who you are. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Of course, of course. I just had to go and I had to ask. But yes, I'll definitely join in more of your streams for sure. 742, not bad. It says, how long have I been doing drawings plus art? Man, I really don't do this very often, if I'm being honest with you. Do I play cricket? Ooh, cricket. It's been a while since I played cricket. I need to play cricket again. That's a fun one. We have that over in our other town. Let me see. It says, I'm having beef with another YouTuber. Bro, why are you having beef with so many YouTubers, Prince? It says BRB. It says, do I know? Yeah, I know Five Nights at Freddy, but do I play it? No. Like owning class and working class in two different classes in master's terms. I don't like the division of it, but it is what it is. It says, do you cuss? If not, I can watch your videos. Well, you can watch my videos because I don't curse in any of them. It says, I almost have enough subs to live stream. Bet. That's what's up. Almost 1K subs, Brandon. Not too long, right? It says, Bird, are you good at building? No, I'm not good at building at all. It says, he's trying to expose me. I expose him right back. Uh-oh. It says, what's my favorite cricketer? Definitely the one that's got like the big cricketer, the one that you can hold and is easy to swing at. It's my favorite one. It says, can I jump and slap the ceiling? This one? Yeah, I don't see why I couldn't jump and... See? It's not hard. It says, I love your ear. What the... What? It says, will I do a stream tomorrow? Yes, I will. It says, I was so lucky in school. It says, yes. It says, I'm subbing. Thank you, Erie, for subbing. I appreciate that. It says, you think Mr. B's going to join? Also, what's up? If he does, I'll flip a wig. Y'all to be so awesome. Do I know Stray Kids? If you say I look like Bane Chen or Felix from Stray Kids, so help me God. Allah says, I subscribe. Shout outs to Allah for subscribing. Thank you for that. It says, what's this live about? Literally just reading comments, bro. Reading comments and then doing everything else. Let me see. It says, thanks, that made my day. Absolutely. It says, I'm quite a small YouTube creator and I have 15 subs. That's okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere. It says, no, I would like to know. No, I would like to know. What? Oh, no. I don't watch Stray Kids if that's what you're asking. It says, I will watch the stream tomorrow. Bad. Yo, it says, about a doctor? Is that what that is? No, a door. Nice. I like that. It says, hi, what's up? It says, love from India, brother. Thank you so much. It says, do I also watch Stranger Things? No, I do not. It says, what time is the stream tomorrow? It'll be around 3:15-ish or so. Yeah, y'all, if y'all want to click the link for the Buy Me a Coffee, you can. You don't have to, though. I don't force donations on this channel. Look, if y'all want to, y'all can, but I'm not going to force it. Shout out to your friend Ray. Nice, we love that. Yo says hi. It says, can you shout I love beef? That would be awesome, and I'd subscribe. Why would you want me to scream I love beef? What kind of context you going with that, bud? Yeah, it says in the ending of the stream tomorrow. Yes. Hi, my dad died. I'm so sorry to hear about that for you. It says, what kind of coffee so you like? Yo, I like any kind of coffee with chocolate or with caramel. I'll drink coffee black. It's delicious. I just love coffee. Yo, Savvy Brass says, hi, I'm new here. Yo, what's good, bro? Well, since you're new here, I just read comments, bro. That's all I do. Timothy says, you're so cute again. And it says, hi. It says, I'm at what time? Probably like after I get off at work at 3. So it'll be around 3. Maybe 4 if I go over to my grandparents first. It says, I love beef like steak. Say it. Okay, I love steak. I'll say that. There you go. It says, I wish you had super chats, bro. I can't wait till you unlock them. That'd be nice. Rip Joe Rogan. What? That can't be real. It says, I will like and sub if you want to call me Myra. Myra, nice to meet you, Myra. Thank you so much. Shout out to Myra. Thank you for the subscription. It says, hey, it says chocolate is tough. It says, hi. It says coffee or tea. Definitely coffee. It says, okay, celebrate. It says the ending of the stream tomorrow is what I meant. Probably 4 something, maybe 5, somewhere around there. It says, good luck with the channel. And I'll always sub. Thank you, Freddie, for that. I appreciate that. It says, did H what? Let me see. It says the time is there. It says Joe Rogan died. It says, are you in an attic or something? No, I'm in the back shed. Yo, converter verified says hi. Yo, whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's good? What's good, man? How are we doing? Yo, it says hi. It says I asked him before. He says coffees. Yes. It says why did the toilet paper why did the toilet paper cross the road? Because it got stuck in a crack. Says, hello, can I have a shout out, please? Shout out to Eden, for real. Shout out to Eden. It says, yo, Savvy Brat says, I just subbed to you, by the way. Thank you so much for that, Savvy. I appreciate that, man. Eden says, I already subbed. Again, shout outs to you. Thank you so much for the subscription, y'all. And it says, why? And then it says, it says Joe Rogan did not die. Okay, I was about to say, if that's real, I was fixing to say that's insane. It says he trying to cause chaos in the camps. I see. And it says, can I get a shout out? Of course. Shout outs to Freddie. Jesus. It says Jesus is king. It says Joe Rogan isn't dead. Wait, why did people say that then? I have no idea, just to be cruel. It says, want to know a fact about my great-great-grandfather? Sure. It says, this chat is so dry. Do you know it's not, bro? There's so many people going on this chat. Like, it's kind of hard to keep up with this. It says, how's my day? My day today is fantastic. It says, what am I drawing? I'm just drawing. Joseph says, hi, y'all. It says, washable working on. Ducks United says he's dead. It says, what are you working on? I'm just working on this right here, y'all. I'm just coloring at this point. That's all I'm doing. I like how after I showed them the drawing, they go from 18 to 8 people. That was fantastic. We love that. But it is what it is, y'all. I'm so thankful to have 18 in here. That was great. That was a great run. They stayed for a good while too, y'all. They stayed for a great while. Does that? It says, wait, are you drawing fire, bro? Wait, that drawing is fire, bro? Yo, I appreciate that. It says, I haven't talked to that girl in my class yet. I just gotta wait for the right time. Maybe I should have a buddy with me when I introduce myself. You definitely can, bro. I would highly recommend having somebody else with you so it's not awkward, so that we're not having like a 1v1 conversation with a female being like, oh, hey, my name is, you know what I mean? It's always good to have a good guy with you. It says, well, it says, I'm coming back tomorrow. Remember me. I'll remember you, Freddie. I remember a lot of my people that show up, or that show back up again. My loyal people. It says, that's me on some random Sunday when I'm bored. That's that's so sick. Appreciate that. It says, no. Yo. iFanwood says, hey, what's good? It says, hi from Seoul, South Korea. Yo, I would love it if you were in one of my subscribers. That would be cool. It says, Brandon, go, what you mean? Pepsi or Coke? I'm going Pepsi all the way, y'all. George, what's up, bro? You made it into another chat. Hello, George. Yo, Foxy Tail Strawberry says, sup, man? How y'all doing? It says, there's a dude in my class. We were like, yeah, but I'm crushing hard on him. Really? We were like acquaintances? How's that going for you so far? Yo, Chill Guy says, hi, what's good? It says, guys, let's make him famous. Yo, I would love that, y'all. For real, pin that message. Y'all, let's make him famous. That would be great. It says, might have broken my wrist. Yikes, that's not good. It says, what are the crowns next to my name mean? Oh, I think that's whenever you're doing something with the comments or whatnot. It says, that drawing was so sick. Yo, Blue Jay says, hi. It says, Pepsi, same. It says, hi. It says, hello, bro. With the numbers, it says, do I believe in God? Yes, I do. It says, oh, kinda. It says, I'm a sub. This guy is chill. Thank you, Carrot Cake Official, so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. It says 24. Says hi. It says get shout out. Shout outs to Fighter. I'm Genuine Fighter. There we go. Shout outs to Genuine Fighter. Yo, stay in. Evolve for life. Just sub. Thank you so much for that subscription. It says, do I believe in Islam? I believe in Jesus. I mean, if that helps. Let me see here. It says, yo, Real Jose says hi. E says hi. Vanessa says hi. Says, Islam, do I believe in Islam? No, I don't. Says, shut up. Okay, we don't deal with that negligence there. Says hi. Says hi. Says hi. Says, okay, so this dude, we're like acquaintances, but we're kind of friends, so I don't know. Okay. It says, how are you doing? I'm doing good today, y'all. I'm off of work. I feel a sneeze. Oh. Oh. I hate whenever I feel a sneeze. And I can't do it. Ugh. It says, Brandon, do a backflip. I wish I did. It says, you good, bro? Yeah, like I said, I was fixing to sneeze, but I couldn't sneeze. So it was like, ugh. It says, how old am I? I'm 19. I am 19 years old. You know what we're going to do for once, y'all? We're going to do this. Will you subscribe? At least for the first one. Oh, did not mean to do that. Whoops. Here we go. It says, I'm 8. That's what's up. It says, no, my mom yelling at me to walk my fish. Oh, yeah. It says, put your thumb up if I should like. Oh, yeah. It says, I love poles for real. It says, you're a demonic person. Oh, I want to read that. It says, you're a demonic person. I say it to your face. Oh, cool. If I'm demonic, that's crazy. It says, I'm sick, bro. I skipped school. Crazy work. Crazy work. I know it happens, though. Thank you so much, Matthew, for the like. We appreciate that. Vanessa says that number. It says, Lord of the Criminal says, yeah. But yes, y'all. Thank y'all so much. It says, what's up, Brandon? What's up, Keeper? Keeper66. How we doing, bro? Dude, I see we have a bunch of people on this live today. Thank y'all so much for staying on. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Yo, it says, yup, I'm subbing. Shout outs to Jew for subscribing. Thank you for that. Y'all are awesome, dude, for real. George says hi. Raquel says hi. Yo, Bun 2.0 says hey. Olivia says hi. It says, no, my dad yelling at me to walk my face. It says, I'm rich. That's what's up. Especially if that's your name. Nice to meet you. It says, do I know what Transformers is? Yes, I know what Transformers is. It says, I haven't been sick this winter. That's awesome. It says, my dad is yelling at me to walk my fish. Nice. Yo. Amadio says, I will subscribe. Thank you. It says, there you go. Appreciate it. Yo, Raquel says, I sub. Shout out to y'all. It says, trollers are annoying today. Yo, Tresh Rodriguez says hi. Yo, Annie says hi. What's up, Annie? It says the new boss says hi. Yo, Gmail says hi. It says hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well, y'all. It says, be real, you ain't a follower of God. You a follower? No, I'm definitely not. By no means. Let me see here. How's your day been? My day's been great, Elliot. How you been? It says, give me a shout out, please. Shout outs to Dylan. Shout outs to Dylan War Thunder. Nice to meet you. Nice to be in the chat. Dude, 44 votes in total. Holy smokes, y'all. How many people do we have in this chat today? We must have a bunch. Yo, it says, why is there standing a shield next to my name? That's a good question. I have no idea. It says, thanks, you're welcome. It says a lot. I see that today just on a random Wednesday, y'all. We just got a bunch of people just come on in. I'd love it if every live stream could be like this. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. That would be awesome. Yeah, Rico says hi. It says, why are we talking about it? I have no idea. I don't even care to talk about him if I'm being honest. Yo, the new boss says, may I sub? Yes, you may absolutely sub. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Says, of course, everyone can sub. Says, you made my day. I try my best to make everybody's day, y'all. It doesn't always work that way, but I sure am thankful I can do it today. And you know how y'all can make my day? By subscribing to me in this chat and dropping a like on this video. Or on this live, I should say. Other than that, that's all I need. My contentment will be just fine. My birthday's coming up in a few weeks, y'all. Can y'all believe that? I'm excited about that. Y'all should go check out my bio. Go check out my bio for real. I have TikTok on there. I have Twitch on there. Y'all should go follow me on my other social medias. Because I like to do a lot of gameplay. It says, today feels like Friday. Yes, it does. It really does. It says, if you know a Transformer, then let me see. Who is my favorite character? Believe it or not, Decepticon. Decepticon is my favorite Transformer character. Decepticon. Yo, Patriot says hi. It says trollers today. It says I will sub. Thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate that. I really do. It says thanks for removing trollers. Absolutely. It says the 11th of February. Yeah. Yo, X Clip says yo. It says I'm at February. You're good. It says y'all. You won't get banned as long as you don't spam, argue, or say anything offensive. That's true. It says same. I will sub. Yo, X Clips. Thank you for the subscription as well. Let me see here. Yo, Eve says happy early birthday. Thank you. Yo, Roman. Roman says bonjour. Says hi. It says I'm going to sub. Thank you for that. Says bonjour. Says happy early birthday. Says nice, bro. It says you deserve it. Says 35 likes. What? I know, y'all. This is a good stream. We're only halfway through our stream too. This may be a record. Yo, Blue says hi. Says, do I know Spanish? Mi habla español. No, mi no comprende. Let's see here. It says, where am I from? I am from Texas. Everyone like up. Yes. It says, yeah, make them famous. Yes, y'all. I would love that. Yo, Shanice says hi. It says, I'm going to follow you on TikTok. I appreciate the follow on TikTok, bro. Thank you. Shout outs to you, bro, for that. I play a lot of Call of Duty, too. Let me see here. It says, my birthday is July 4th. Nice. It says, am I in school? No, I'm not. It says, me no English. That's a bummer. Yo, Burger says, yo, what's up, bro? It says, you have a lot of likes on this live? I know, it's a lot. It says, Jesus loves you. Read your Bible, pray more. Absolutely. It says, Texas is pretty cool. Texas really is. It said, do I have a lawnmower? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It says, this guy is underrated. Y'all, I appreciate the kind comments today. I really do. I appreciate the kind comments, y'all. This is incredible. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate that, y'all. It says, I'll get my family members to sub. Thank you. I need that. Thank y'all so much. Yo, Great Uncle Orange, what's up? Yo, Potato Chip says, have a good day. Thank you. You as well. X-Clip says, I will get my family to sub to you too. Yo, let's go. It says, last Transformers comment. My favorite Transformer is Soundwave from Decepticon. Yeah, that's what's up. Let me see it here. Nice. Let me see here. It says, have a good day. You too. It says, I'm a sub to you, bro. Thank you, Burger. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the subscription. Shout outs to you for subscribing. It says, have a good day. Robin says, hi. It says, have a good day again from Potato Chip. Robin says, hi again. It says, guys, bro, mods. Are my co-workers. We are a team. Absolutely. Mr. Aura says, yo, what's good? And it says, legend, bro. Appreciate that. Robin says, hi. 1,000 East. That would be cool. Yo, should I or should I not? You definitely should subscribe and give me a like on this. Wow, 766 followers. Let's go. That's insane. Wow, that's awesome. Look like a combo. It says, I just followed you. Thank you. It says, no offense. None taken. It says, I have a question. What time is it over here? Because it's time in Wales is 9 p.m. For me right now, it's 3:35 in the afternoon. It says, I am subscribed. Thank you, Leo Lee. Shout outs to you for the subscription. It says, you deserve everything because you actually give your time on your channel and you actually read all the comments. Legend. Appreciate that, bro. I really do. It says, Joe the best. Nice. It says, it's 4:15 or 4:35 p.m. for me. 4:35 p.m. for me, too. It says, I'm sorry, I can't say what that is. It says, this guy's a W. Appreciate that, y'all. Y'all are awesome. It says, chill guy says, no way. It says, I checked your subs 2 minutes ago, and you were at 260, but now you're at 266. You probably meant to say 766, but you're good. Let me see here. It says, I've been subscribed for a while. Yes, you have for a good while. Since like 4 streams ago. It says, God will love you in heaven. I appreciate that. It says, oh my gosh, it's getting to where I can't read this all at once. 22:35, here's a better time for you in a few weeks ago, right? It says, God bless you, God loves you. It says, 1/4 is 0.25. It is Bob and Bob as well. And Bob, man, that's cool. He works at Target. He's been there for a while, and he's finally retired. And now he's living a nice life, and he's a nice, cool guy with his dog. That's awesome. It says, where in Wales? It says, I will try to make you famous. I appreciate that, Savvy Brat. Yo, be sure to share it with people, too. I need people to share it. I need people to share it for real. Yo, Board says best. It says, I live in, I don't know where that is. It says Connecticut. Yo, it says 766. That's awesome. It says, do I know Bib Gib? No, I don't. Let me see here. It says, here in Berlin, it's 11 p.m. It says, what is my favorite restaurant? Place called Longhorns is really, really good. Let me see here. It says, I mean, 767 subs. Nice. It says, sorry, subs, I meant you're good. It says, guys in the chat, sing an early happy birthday to Brandon. Yo, y'all. We love that, y'all. It says, sorry, it's 10. It says, yo, what happened to that guy who said he is going to make an edit of you? I don't know. Let me see here. It says, I don't know if I already asked this or not, but what are my top 3 favorite animals? Okay, you have not asked this one yet. Top 3 favorite animals has got to be probably a dog, a zebra, and a giraffe. I'm not even joking. I love all 3 of those. Like, for real. It's legit. It says, what is your... let me see. It says, you're the best. I hope you have the best day. Thank you, chill guy. I appreciate that, man. Yo, Ethan says, hi, what's good? It says, trollers, bro. I'm telling you. Trollers are insane. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday, dear Brandon. Happy early birthday to you. Bro took the time to do that, too. Thank you so much for that. It says, I gotta eat dinner. When is your next live? My next live will be tomorrow at like 3 or 4 or something like that. Somewhere around that time. It says, do you want me to do an edit for you? You definitely can if you'd like. You definitely can if you'd like. Just make sure that you give me a mention. Just put at Brandon and my YouTube name, and then I will be right there and I will watch it. I will be sure to watch it. It says, the new boss says, thank you. Absolutely, thank you. This is my favorite restaurant is Burger King. That's what's up. Burger King used to be really good, but now, I mean, I don't know what they did. At least in my city, they changed up a lot of stuff. Yep, it says, and you're 20, right? Yep, I will be 20. And then it says, happy birthday to you. GB, nice. Nathan, here we go. We're removing. We're going to time them out. There we go. Got them. Thank you, thank you. Yo, KFC, Chick-fil-A, or Popeyes? Chick-fil-A all the way. I love Raising Cane's. I do too, but Chick-fil-A is so good. Chick-fil-A is so much better. It says, happy birthday to you, Brandon. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, y'all. For at least the early ones anyways. It says, hi from Ireland. What's good, y'all? How are we doing? It says, happy early birthday. It says, yeah, same. It changed a lot for me, but I still like it. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me see here. It says Raising Cane superior and Chick-fil-A inferior. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Raising Cane's is pretty good though. I like Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is delicious. I like their sauce a lot. It says happy birthday. You're almost 20, 10 times 2, and you're almost old enough to drink. You shouldn't, but I'm just saying. Nice. Yo, Brandon the GOAT. Go ahead and put my TikTok down too, dude. Go ahead and put my TikTok down as well in the chat, dude. That would be so appreciated. Go ahead and put that one down there too. Yo, cane sauce is fire. Yes, it really is. It says, there is not a lot of nice people, and I am lucky enough to meet you. I'm so glad YouTube pushed my content today to good people. To good people who are loyal, faithful, and have it to where they have made it to where this is now my most liked video, y'all. Wow. This is my most liked video now. Holy smokes, y'all. Appreciate that. Thank you. It says, I also like Domino's. Nice. Domino's isn't bad. Do I watch anime? No, I do not. It says, sorry, Brandon, I got to leave early. That's okay, dude. Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. It says, are you a Christian? I sure am. Absolutely. It says, what's my favorite app? Like, what you mean my favorite app? Let me see here. It says, can I see the ladder in the back? Yeah, the ladder's right there. Yeah, that's the ladder. It says almost to 50 likes. Can we get it to 50 likes, y'all, before I get off of this? I'm telling you, 50 likes would be a brand new record. I've never had 50 likes on a video. Never, ever, ever have I had 50 likes on it. It says like content. Oh, like favorite. Okay, what's my favorite app like content? Probably YouTube. If I'm getting that right. Yo, we need one more person to get 50. That would be incredible. It says, my most liked video is 67 likes. Really? And that is good. I don't know. I'm not a big YouTuber. I got you. It says, you're getting a Dutch happy birthday too. Yo, thank you so much for that. It says, I'm a subscribe. Shout outs to each for subscribing. Thank you. Boom! Boom! Over 50 likes in a live. Holy smokes! That's a record, y'all. I got excited about that. Wow. Bro says W's. It says, keep trying, then you'll be famous. Dude, that's incredible, y'all. That was awesome. That was awesome. It says, all right, bro, got to go to bed. See, appreciate you, Burger, for joining in. It says, boom. It says, have I ever been on a date with a girl? And if so, what is the advice to get that step? To get to that step? It says, it's all right on 51. Yes, it is. So, for a girl deal, it's like... Nicest YouTuber award. Yeah, Brandon 7760. Appreciate that. Let me see here. So about the dating for a girl, like for me personally, bro, just be yourself, dude. Honestly, don't overthink it, bro. Don't overthink it. Get your move down. Get everything that you need. Feel comfortable with her. Do everything that you need to do, and that's just about it. If I'm being honest with you. It says you have more subs. Yeah, it says you have more subs than Not Gonna Lie, so happy for that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It says I gotta go. Sorry, you're good. Baldy says hi. It says what time is it where you are? Haley, it is 3:42 in the afternoon for me. It says favorite pizza topping? Bell peppers. Believe it or not, bell peppers. I love bell peppers. It says Lolly says hi. It says Ross, you good? You think gonna be on a gonna be on a date and face Abraham Lincoln? I don't know what that says. Let me see here. It says I gotta go, dude. Peace out. It says I'll be in the next live. I appreciate that. It says I'm joking. It says bell peppers are fire. They really are. Y'all, can we continue to get those likes up just a little bit more? Just a little bit more. I'd love it if just a few more people gave just a like. That's all I'm asking for. Just a like. No, y'all, I don't need y'all to take away the likes. Please let me have 50 for once, please. It says, let's see. If we can die on the count, it says you're currently at 767, 17 more to tie with me. Yeah. 17 more to tie with you. 17 more. Me and you run a tight race, dude. Often at times, me and you really do run a tight race, and that's actually legit. I love that. Maybe we'll reach it at the same time or the same day. That'd be pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. That would be pretty cool. That would actually be amazing. That would be legit because you definitely deserve it, Prince. You really do. And to those of you who are in this chat, go check him out. Seriously, he makes really good Christian content. Please go check him out. He's a great dude. He really is. He really is. It says, I wish I could see you in real life. I'm just as chill in real life as I am on these lives. I'm just saying. It would definitely be cool to meet some of y'all for real. I would love to meet some of y'all. It'd be awesome to be able to get some fan mail too. I'd love fan mail. I ain't gonna lie. Fan mail is where it's at. I have a P.O. box in my bio. Y'all should definitely go check that out. It's been a while since I mentioned fan mail. I'm not gonna lie. Fan mail is awesome, and I would open that on a live too. I really would. Even if it was just one, I would open it on live, and then we would continue on. But yeah, it says think about it this way: if 50 people like, you made 50 people's day, and if only one person like, you still made a person's day. That's so true. That's so true, bro. That's so true. It says 52 likes. Let's go. Everyone keep liking and subscribing. It says, bro, I'm in Texas and I'm in Ice Cube. Yeah. Yeah, I am too, dude. It gets cold out here, dude. And it says, I can't spell sorry. You're good, Annie. You're all good. We appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all so much for liking as well. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing, y'all. I'm sure that this is going to be a bunch of people that have just showed up on this chat. I guarantee you this is going to be over 1,000 for no reason. Just one random day, they just all of a sudden say, poof, here you go. Chicken noodles are good. Yes, they are. Yo, Bryce says, hello, sir. What's good, bro? Says, ever heard of Mike Magdalese? He's a Christian YouTuber and rapper. He has over 2 million subs on YouTube. Wow, that's insane. I think I'm subscribed to him. I think that's the one that always talks about God, and he's the one who did the Christian rap song, if I remember correctly. Yeah, maybe thinking of somebody different. It says it's 26 degrees where I am. Gosh, that's cold. It says, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Michelle. I hope you do too. It says, dang, this is one of the best streams. I appreciate that vibe. Thank you so much, Vibe Explorers. It says tell a joke. You're looking at one, bro. I ain't gotta tell it, dude. I just show it. No, I'm just playing, dude. It says, hold on, I'm a double pump. Make it okay, bro. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. It's very good. You should try some. Huh. Mark says hi. It says I invited him to a radio show. Got to follow up with him. He probably really busy. Probably so. It says what's good, bro? What's good, my guy? Yo, pretty princess. Forsaken Game says hi. Timothy says, well, I'm turning out. It says I'm tuning out. Good night. Thank you, Timothy, for joining in. It says W stream likes. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I have never had this many stream likes. Holy smokes. It says, come on, say a random joke. Okay, the joke that always flies around in these comment sections is this right here. Why didn't the toilet paper out of the road? Because it got stuck in a crack. Like, bro, come on, y'all. It's childish, but it's funny. Let me see here. It says, when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. I like that one. That's a good one. Why did the chicken cross the road? Lamborghini pork chop. Okay, nice. It says I like and subscribe to you. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Pretty Princess Forsaken Game for doing so. 55 likes. It's a good day for live, I think. Yeah, 59 now. We're doing fantastic, y'all. It says, bro, he will not say hi. What do you mean I won't say hi? Yeah, I definitely did. It says I got one. Go ahead. It says, what advice would I give to my younger self? That persistency and consistency will always pay off, and to get on the grind no matter what. It says I'm a bot. Oh gosh. Yo, and then it says, can you do a Jim Carrey? Probably not. Let me see here. It says, what do I call a reptile that can't change colors? A reptile dysfunction. Nice. It says Taurus says that. It says why is let me see here. It says, why is it bad to iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you should never press your luck. Nice. It says, can you make a Jamaican balloon dance? Probably not. It says, hi, Brandon. How are you today? If you know, you know. I'm doing fantastic. This stream has got to be my best stream ever. It says, what's up? It says, you. It says, I'm going to come back because I have to get chips. All right, you're good. As in a corn addiction for 9 weeks, his grades are slipping. Can you give him some advice, please? Well, don't sleep with the phone in your bed. Stay away from it. Focus on your schoolwork and keep your mind busy on not having that kind of addiction, and watch where things take you. It says, who am I? Somebody who showed up on your For You page. It says, what am I doing? I'm reading comments. It says, bro, if you get mad, take it out on an orphan. What are they going to do? Tell their parents? Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no. It says, why did the bike fall over? Because he was too tired. Nice. It says, why did the duck fall on the sidewalk? He tripped on a quack. It says, okay, I'm back with the chip. Nice. It says, what is the best thing on YouTube this stream? Yo, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, Vibe Explorers. Thank you so much for that. It says he has 6 partners. They told him as long as he keeps repeating, he is good to go. But isn't that wrong? Yes, that is wrong. That is very wrong. It says, I need to go. See you in your next live. It's going this way. You're doing it great. Thank you so much, Annie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Leah says, hi. What's good, Leah? How are we doing? Y'all, 61 likes is incredible. I have never had that before in my life. Oh my gosh, y'all. 61 likes is incredible. It says he doesn't sleep with the phone, dude. Oh, that's crazy. It says, what I'll call a crocodile that wants to be a detective and investigator. Bro's got jokes. I love it. It says, how are you? I'm good. I'm doing great, y'all. 62 likes is phenomenal. Thank y'all so much. It says, nice. It says, how did the blonde break her leg? Breaking leaves. They fell out of the tree. Nice. Nice. Love that, y'all. Love that. It says, what happened and got muted? muted. Don't know what you mean. It says it's hard for him to keep eye contact with women. Yeah, I used to be in that same state. I understand. It says, hi, what am I doing? I'm reading chat comments, y'all. Is what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. It says, keep the consistency, Brandon. Keep streaming live every day if it's possible. Most definitely. It says, why did the chicken cross the road? Because it have shoes. Nice. Frank says, yo. It says, bro, what did Earth say to the other planets? Give me some space. Love that. It says, gave you a sub later. Thank you, Michelle, for the sub. I appreciate that. It says, what's my channel about? Reading comments on lives and doing YouTube short trends. That's about it. Carrot Cake Official says, have I heard about the Peruvian lawn chair incident? It's on the news. No, I have not. It says, no, I'm just playing. I lied. Oh, you're good. It says, okay, it's back. It says, bro, why is the live stream lagging, by the way? I have no idea, man, if I'm being honest with you. Don't know why the live stream would be lagging. It says, hello, I subscribe. Just Black Screen, thank you so much for the subscription. Dude, 774, are you serious? That's insane. It says, have I ever got paid? Not on YouTube. It says, I ain't lagging. It says, can I be mod? Maybe eventually, dude. Let's see. It says, cool, BRB. I'm going to check out your channel. Bro, go right ahead. I appreciate that. It says, from YouTube. No, I have not from YouTube. Not yet. Not yet, y'all. I have not gotten paid from YouTube yet. They say that I don't have enough watch hours for it. The only way I've gotten paid was through what you would call the buy me a coffee in my bio, but that's about it. But yeah, that's about it. Says, do I play Call of Duty 6? No, I have not played Call of Duty 6 if I'm being honest with you. If I'm being honest with you, no, I have not. It says, I'm V. Okay. It says on Xbox. No, I have not. It says Joker says, Jesus loves you. I appreciate that. And it says, I'm back. I'll sub. Thank you so much for the subscription, y'all. I appreciate that. It says, oh, man. I guess I won't get mod. Well, not for this live anyways, but if you keep on joining in, I'm sure you will. It says, do I have a gamer tag? No, but I do have it. Y'all can go check that out. Links in my bio. I already have 80 followers on there. Go check out my Twitch too. Just go check out my bio, y'all. Go check out my bio. I really would appreciate it because that's where Buy Me a Coffee is. That's where all of my social media platforms are, and that's where everything is and what I do. Like everything. Like it's actually legit. Do I have a gamer tag? No, I do not. It says, bet I'll check the bio. Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate y'all checking out the bio for real. This has been a successful live stream. British Planet says, yo, I'm here. Like I said, yes, you are. Look at how many likes we got, bro. We got 64 and 16 in chat. It says, why did the chicken fall down? Because it fell on the sidewalk. Nice. Leafy says, hi. Dude, this has got to be the best live stream I have ever had. 65 likes is incredible. Shout outs to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all of that. It says, I liked all your shorts. I appreciate that. Thank you. It says, Jesus loves you. Absolutely. It says, why didn't the curtain fall off the window? Why did the curtain fall off the window? I like all your shorts, siblings. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It says, because I pulled it down. Nice. It says, clap it up. Clap it up. What? Okay. It says, I'm back. What's up, Kins? Yo, we got 65 likes, as you can see. We've had consistently 20 people in live. It was insane. It says 66 likes. Good job. That's what I'm saying, y'all. That's incredible. Nilo says hi. It says, I've never seen a live stream the best. Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you. It says, I'm a Satanist. Cool for you, bro. I serve their only God. His name's Jesus. It says, what is your favorite game? Call of Duty. Call of Duty Mobile. Love that one. Jesus loves you so much. It says, yo, you don't understand, Brennan. Your lives are now a part of my night routine. I love that, bro. That's awesome. It says, I mean, I did like all of your shorts to get you famous, and I appreciate that. It says, hello from the Philippines. It says, cause likes. It says, I'm eating rich crackers right now. That's what's up. It says almost 67 likes. Yeah, I actually got 68 now. Kevin says hi. Yo, Nilo says I subscribed and liked. Shout outs to Nilo for subscribing and liking. It says, bro, can these bots just stop, bro? They say free Diddy. I'm burning on the orphanage. Bro, are you serious right now? Yeah, that's crazy. It says, good job. You got 69 likes. That's insane. That is insane. I'm loving that, y'all. It says, is Savannah sorry for that? No, you're good. It says, Brandon, where are most of your audience from? Can you check? Most of my audience is from YouTube, which is why I'll push them to go to TikTok, to Twitter, and to Twitch. I disperse them. I want them to go check them out so that way we can get more and more and more. Let me see here. It says, dude, you play COD Mobile? Yes. Add me. That's my username. All right, but I'll take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it. And then we'll play together, y'all. We'll play together on that. I really want to get it to where we can actually have like a live where I have COD Mobile and I'm playing against my subscribers. That would be so awesome. It says, hi, Carlos here. System wife on your side, house again. So once again, I'll be watching YouTube lives all night. It says, what's your middle name? Believe it or not, it's Eric. My middle name is Eric. Let me see here. It says hi. What's up, Earl? It says, what's my favorite song? It's called hang on. It's called Great Jehovah by Indiana Bible College. It's a great song. It says, what can I call you? You can call me Brandon. It says Ariana Grande or Beyonce. If I had to choose between those two, I'm picking Ariana Grande. Glowfire says you. Let me see. It says you can. Let me see. Oh, Rebecca says hi. What's up, Rebecca? It says, do I play Roblox? No, I do not play Roblox, y'all. I do not play Roblox. 70 likes. Let's go, y'all. We appreciate that. Yo, Jason Minnick says hi. What's good, y'all? Oh my goodness. It says I'm picking up my sister from school right now. That's what's up. It says bye. I have to go to sleep. Thank you for joining the live. It says okay. It says how many mods do I have? Probably 14 or 15 now. I have a lot of mods. But yes, y'all. Oh my goodness. It's already been an hour. It's been an hour and we got 71 likes. Holy smokes, y'all. Y'all are legends today. Y'all are actually legends. Holy smokes, y'all. It says it's mad boring. I bet it is from picking up your sister from school. This is Lutheran Kirkin says hi. Let me see here. It says, do I play games? Yes, I'll play Call of Duty Mobile. I'll play Call of Duty Mobile a lot. It says almost tied. There's no shot, dude. Almost tied, like for real. I find that insane. Yo, Nikki Williams says hello. Dude, 72 likes, y'all. That's a record. I'm telling y'all, that's a record. It says 10 minutes till she gets out here. Nice. It says, what's up? Nick says, what's up? What's up, bro? How are we doing? Yo, Kinsley Grace says hi. What's up, y'all? It says hi. I just joined Demon Slayer. Yo, what's good? It says certified touchdowns. It says I got a new puppy. That's what's up. It says Squid Game on Stranger Things or Stranger Things. Definitely going with Squid Games if I'm being honest with you. 73 now. Wow. It says I'm read comments and that's about it, bro. Read comments and do YouTube shorts. It says hello to 74 now. It says hi. It says what's my favorite Pokemon? Going with the original Pikachu. Yo, can says hi. Let me see here. It says what would I do if when you okay wait what would you do if when you're okay you say yes would go? You said yes you would go. I'm not sure what you mean by that. It says I'm hungry. It says do I play Clash Royale? No, I do not, believe it or not. It says gotta support you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. It says, bro, you watch Craycraft and you are great. Appreciate that. It says Clash is peak. Definitely. It says, have I heard about the Blizzard? I have heard that. It says, why am I lagging? It says, Coys, my friend is from UK and there. It says, I sub like you. You were nice. Thank you, certified touchdown. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. It says, where am I, by the way? I'm in Texas. Or if you mean by like where I'm at, like I'm in a back shed right now. It says, do I play Roblox? No, I do not. It says, nice. It says, do you know Dixon? No, I do not. Let me see. It says, what's my favorite car? Ford GT40. It says, just beat Drum. Nice. It says, bro, Brandon, if you get hate, it just means your channel is growing. That's true, bro. That's true. But y'all, with that being said, I'm not going to lie. I'm fixing to have to be getting off of this live really soon. It says, I subscribe to you because you're very nice. Thank you, Demon Slayer, for the subscription. I appreciate that so much. It says, bro, could you fix your internet, please? It's lagging. I'm sorry, bro. I wish I could, but I can't. I'm just here in the back shed. It says, no problem. It says, leave at 80 likes. Bro, we'll do a shit tour real quick, and then we'll end it. It says, it's okay. It says, lemonade or orange juice. Go on lemonade all the way. All the way. But here you go. Here's my little tour of the deals. That's my little tour. That's my tour of the shed, y'all. But yes, y'all, thank you y'all so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for everything that y'all have done. I appreciate y'all so much, and I cannot wait to see y'all in another live. Back at it again tomorrow. I hope y'all take care. And y'all have yourself a good one. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow.